Charles County. I'm in Forest, Missouri, and my name is Crystal Lyon, and I have a daughter who has retinoblastoma. My daughter is almost a year and a half old now, but last year when I was 19, and she was 3 months old, she was diagnosed with a rare form of eye cancer. I know how important protecting Medicaid is because it literally saved my daughter's life. I enrolled in Medicaid when I was 18 with their pregnancy package to make sure that, I was covered and everything like that. And like I said, when she was 3 months old, we got the very sad news that our lives were going to be changing forever. Let's see. Sorry, I have to look at my notes. All of her necessary treatments and tests are covered by Medicaid, which have totaled to an insane amount of $425,000 so far. Her fight's not over, and the number will continue to grow because she will continue to be monitored until she's 5 years old. Me and my fiance, we both work very hard. We contribute to our community, and still we did not have enough money to pay for our daughter's cancer treatments. I don't know who has that kind of money sitting around, but if you do, please raise your hand. I would love a donation. I'm just kidding. But parenting a young child with cancer is extremely taxing, but I'm grateful that Medicaid alleviated the stress of worrying about how we could pay for it too. We spent so much time with my daughter in the hospital, in and out of operations, and she was so helpless, and it was so devastating for me as her mom. And I worry about other parents who are dealing with this emotional toll on top of worrying about the medical bills. If Medicaid is cut, like Senate Republicans are working to do right now, then so many families like mine are going to go into destabilizing debt and have our lives upended. This bill does not cut waste, it does not cut fraud or abuse, it cuts basic necessities out of people's lives. There is nothing excessive about needing insulin. There is nothing excessive about needing a wheelchair or therapy. This is not luxury, it is survival. And because of my experience with Medicaid, I am calling on Representatives Bob Onder and Wagner and Senators Josh Hawley and Eric Schmidt to protect this vital program for families like mine. They won't even give us the dignity of coming here. They won't host town halls of their own. I've called their offices and I've left voicemails, I've sent emails with no reply. They're hiding from us because they know that it's wrong. You cannot be pro-life and be for cutting children's health care.
Amen.
It is immoral, it is evil, and it is wrong. I previously worked when I was pregnant at a pediatric dental office that was one of the only ones in our county that accepted Medicaid. And it really gave me a lot of insight into the provider side of the system. I saw so many families through all walks of life who just want their kids to be healthier. And I think that's what everybody wants here. We want healthy children. And thankfully, due to Medicaid, my daughter has a chance at living a long and healthy life. But there are plenty of people who don't have that luxury. I wish for people, I don't wish for them to be sick, but if they are, I want them to have as good of treatment as we were able to access through Medicaid. Watching House and Senate Republicans spread misinformation about Medicaid and working to cut such a beneficial program horrifies me. I am terrified for the future of my daughter and other families like ours. I've seen parents having to leave their children in the hospital to go to work, to pay for medical bills, and I've seen parents watch their children die and then have a mountain of medical bills on top of it. This is a slap in the face, it's disrespectful, completely wrong to cut a service like this. Who wants to take away a child's medical insurance who is fighting cancer? These are the people who are on Medicaid. Cutting Medicaid, once again, it's immoral and evil, and I demand that representatives hear stories like mine and fight to protect Medicaid. If anybody votes for Medicaid cuts, I encourage them to come and look at my daughter in the eyes and look at me and tell me that her life, her treatment, her future does not matter to them, because that is what they're working to do right now. I refuse to go down without a fight, and I'm going to fight like hell for my daughter's future.